Morning blessing. May Jesus himself woo you away from the distractions of this world and lead you to quiet waters so you can rest a while. May he breathe fresh life into your soul and fresh healing to your hurts. May you sense his hands on your face and hear him speak works of truth, affection, and redemption over you. May your awareness of his love make every lesser affection fade away. He is your highest aim, your most lofty goal, your greatest prize, and you have him. May you live every single day with the awareness of his presence. He's with you. You have everything you need. Blessings on your day today. The cost of your anger. The Bible says there is always a price tag to uncontrolled anger. Whenever you lose your temper, you lose. You don't make it to the top if you're continually blowing your top. Anger is in the word danger, and anger is dangerous. You could lose everything: your reputation, your spouse, your job, your health. A few years ago, an article on medical research on the human heart revealed if you reduce the hostility in your life, you can prolong your life. Parents, we may get a short-term payoff by motivating our kids through anger. They will comply out of fear, but in the long run, we'll lose because anger always alienates. It turns people off. And instead of getting what you want, it causes people to become apathetic to your needs and angry at you. One way to manage your anger is to come to grips with how much it is costing you. Type yes. If you believe in God, subscribe this channel for more blessings. When the unmerited favor of God is upon you wherever you are, like it was upon Joseph, 1. You cannot help but find favor. 2. Everything that you do cannot help but prosper. And 3. You cannot help but experience increase and promotion beyond your wildest imagination. Can you see that this was the consistent pattern in Joseph's life? It didn't matter if he was a slave or prisoner. The same applies to you. When the unmerited favor of God is upon you, you are like a rubber ball in a pool of water. Natural circumstances can try to push you down and keep you suppressed underwater. But the unmerited favor of God will always cause you to pop right up to the top. Don't be discouraged by your current circumstances. I know things may sometimes appear bleak, dismal, and perhaps even devastating, but it ain't over, my friend. I don't believe for one moment that you are reading this particular passage by chance or coincidence. This is a divine appointment, and I believe that God is saying this to you. Don't give up. It ain't over. There are many times where the lowest points in your life are actually launching pads to God's greatest promotion in your life. It was so for Joseph. Let's rewind the tape and observe the fingerprints of the Lord through the ups and downs of Joseph's life. If Joseph had not been betrayed by his brothers, he would not have been sold as a slave. If he had not been sold as a slave, he would not have been in Potiphar's house. If he was not in Potiphar's house, he would not have been thrown into an Egyptian prison meant specifically for the king's prisoners. If he was not in that specific prison, he would not have interpreted the dreams of Pharaoh's officers. If he had not interpreted their dreams, he would not have been summoned to interpret Pharaoh's dream 2 years later. If he had not interpreted Pharaoh's dream, Pharaoh would not have promoted Joseph This is what Pharaoh said to Joseph: "Inasmuch as God has shown you all this, there is no one as discerning and wise as type. Yes, if you believe in God, subscribe this channel for more blessings. You shall be over my house, and all my people shall be ruled according to your word. Only in regard to the throne will I be greater than you. See, I have set you over all the land of Egypt." When we look back, it is clear that the Lord had turned Joseph's darkest hour into his finest hour. God's presence with Joseph and his unmerited favor caused Joseph to be promoted from the pit to the palace, from the dunghill to Capitol Hill, from the outhouse to the White House. Stop looking at your circumstances and stop allowing them to discourage you. The same Lord who was with Joseph is with you right now. You cannot fall. You can expect to see success beyond your present circumstances. Unpardonable sin. We idolize success, but that kind of pressure creates major stress on people. The fear of failure has many different faces. It can cause you to be indecisive, a workaholic, or a perfectionist who clings to safety. Because we're afraid to fail, we shun all kinds of risks. For many of us, that fear of failure has an iron grip on our hearts. Even some of the best and brightest people in the world are the most impacted by a fear of failure. We've all made mistakes. It's not just a you problem, it's a human problem. The Bible says, "There is no one on earth who does what is right all the time and never makes a mistake." Not only have you made mistakes in the past, but you'll also make more in the future. I guarantee it. Even playing it safe and refusing to take risks is a mistake. People ask all the time, "What if I fail?" I want to ask them, what do you mean if? Failure is normal. You'll never overcome your fear of failure until you fully accept the reality that you're not perfect. The Bible says there is only one failure you need to fear. Be careful that no one fails to receive God's grace. Hebrews. You need grace. We all do. Only when we let go of the fear of failure will it release its maddening grip on our lives. Once that happens, we can fully accept God's grace. Type yes. If you believe in God, subscribe this channel for more blessings.